Hey guys, welcome to my video, and today I'll be talking about the Bane Orochi because I kind of thought if I were to have like a one meta build in my hanger, because it's not like once the meta changes, it's not realistic to have like everything in your hanger for a normal player. So if I were to have like just one meta build, what would it be? And I said, and I thought about like Fenrir, Shell, Revenant, maybe the Hawk. But if I really had like older hanger, and then if I had to pick just one build, that would be Bane Orochi, and that's why I made this video, of course. And of course, one of the reasons why I chose this was that under like the right hand, if you practice enough with this, this can last a long time. And of course, it's really hard to aim at like a Fafnir like in the air, but once you have like two abilities charged up, when Hawks and Fafnir land, you can definitely chase them down and take them out. But back to going back to my point, it could be used for like a long time, and that means a lot because if you have, especially if you have like older weapons, non-meta hanger, you need, the problem you face is like meching problem. So because meta bots tend to be, of course, so dominant. But if you were to have one meta build, Orochi, and I think, yeah, I'd have to say the main reason is because if you play it right, it lasts really long. And after playing a while, like bots that were really disruptive to like our teammates and against beacons were Revenant, sometimes Scorpion, Fafnir, of course, but Shells. So like if you think about the Shells and Revenant, those things are tanky and they disrupt like the battlefield so bad that if the enemy has like a lot of them, you just might just lose the game off the start, because they'll just be incoming waves of Shells and Revenant. But with the mobility on the Orochi and the reload on the Bane, you could knock down multiple of those bots, and also Fenrir as well. If you kept enough distance, well, it depends on what the Fenrir has, but if you had some distance, let the Fenrir engage onto like someone else, and plus you have two of your ability, you go stealth. So using that, you can really exploit the reload on the Bane and empty out like your magazine a lot. So that is, and Bane does a lot of damage too. So I think here I'm going against Arthur, but definitely not a good idea. But I did want to do some damage onto that Arthur before that Arthur actually comes out, because obviously we only have two beacons. If that guy were to just kind of march up to our home beacon, and if we let them have their fourth beacon, it wouldn't be good. So me positioning myself here, I kind of thought it would be a little bit helpful. Okay, so Arthur, the Aojun went in and engaged, and I was able to just drop some Bane, the green stuff on him. So it's really like the Aojun that's on the ground. Of course, Aojun has probably better mobility since it's in the air, but of course Aojun has been nerfed pretty bad. So yeah, you can get a lot out of the Orochi, and of course, I think like to get the most out of Orochi, I think the basic steps are like, one, you really need to select certain target within your reach, meaning that you can go kind of in and out, and two, go as close to them as possible without using your ability, so that you have 2 ability left to use when you kind of really need it for emergency. And 3, like, attack until you get an enemy's attention. So you wouldn't, if like the Fenrir could be facing the other way, it would be nice if you just kept on attacking. And once the Fenrir comes, turns back to like try to focus on you, then use your ability. I mean, these are basically fundamentals that I'm kind of pointing out, but that's what it kind of matters. Okay, so next thing I would focus on would be using your ability itself. Like, use it and move it around and kind of get used to its mobility. And during your stealth, empty out your magazine on them. That's your chance, basically. And keep in mind, if you're going against like Fafnir, you still have your built-in weapon that can kind of it's kind of like outweighing or Hydra that does quite a bit of damage. And next tip would be, the next one would be, I guess, leave another ability so you can kind of get to like a safe zone under cover. And once you're in cover, of course, really wait for your ability to charge up. With this, you really have to be patient. But with a lot of things going on in the battlefield, you always can't be patient. And I mean, using one robot for the whole game isn't like the best thing to do, because there needs to be some robot turnovers, because of course you could do like counter plays. And if you have like a Titan, if you have something that you can go against like Titans, let's say you have like a Behemoth or something, to counter like Nodens or like Arthur, not Arthur, because Bane Orochi would be able to go against an Arthur. But let's say like an Ao Ming at the end of the game, if you're still in Bane Orochi, that wouldn't be like an ideal situation. So of course, for like the OGs, older players, just use it like Carnage, but fast forward that by 10. And of course, the best modules for this would be nuclear amplifier, and all those repair on damage, resistance on repair. Those things are good, but I think the paralysis with the lockdown is amazing as well. So yeah, I'm just finishing up this game. Game's over, so let's fast forward this part here, and let's check out the score. Okay, we did 7.7, pretty decent. And now dropping on to Moon Map. Okay, so I've missed this map and we haven't had it for so long. I think I did multiple max damages on this map, because it's a small map and there's a lot of action going on. So I chose Orochi. Of course, from that where I'm shooting to where our home beacon isn't that it's very short, I guess. People can just kind of with their fast bot just kind of run in here. So I need to like find covers. Okay, so I would shoot from here and maybe shoot from the other beacon that's our home as well. Shoot from here as well. I think there are some good locations where you can shoot at. Of course, splash damage, weapons are just kind of certain things that you have to avoid, but you can just shoot through here. A lot of absorber shield here and there, but that's okay, because even if you waste some of your like ammunition, the reload is only 3 seconds. So that is of course the benefit of the Bane. Okay, now the Orochi isn't like ideal to protect your beacons with, of course, and there are a lot of better options to protect your beacons with. So I guess with this build, you have to know your strength, and sometimes, okay, if no one spawned at our home beacon, I would have to kind of change my bot to like a bot that I can kind of defend that beacon with. But then if I lose this one and lose my next bot for that one beacon, and enemies still get that beacon, that's a lot of loss. So sometimes I think, especially in like a small map like this, if you realize that, especially in solo play, clan plays, not stuff like that doesn't really happen often. But if you, in the beginning of the game, if you feel like you will lose 2 bots and lose that beacon, I think it's best to leave that beacon kind of open and move to like a cover, and then try to wear enemies bot as much and as many of enemies bots as possible. So a lot of action here in this moon map. A lot of people go on the roof, they jump over, fly over, or they run over, dash over, whatever they do. It's definitely an exciting map. Nightingale, okay, so they want the home beacon, and I guess I decided to just drop into Revenant for now, so that I could take out some of these guys, or at least make them use their ability, just kind of disrupt them, because they were focusing way too much in our home beacon, and if that just kind of continues, that's not a good situation for my team. Of course, if they kept on doing that without getting their like 4th beacon, they would lose a lot of bot. But then I kind of felt like our guys might have been losing quite a bit of bot, so that's why I dropped into this and kind of teleported across the map to their zone. I realized that I would lose this bot, like attacking enemies and going up against multiple enemies. And of course I know that I can't take all of them out, but just keeping all these guys here just to take me out, by doing that, I'm really hoping that I give my teammates some sort of a breather on defending our home beacon. And of course there's like Ao Ming's flying for my team and stuff like that, so it's not an ideal situation where they are attacking for our beacons, because definitely they have more brawlers than us. Okay, they have like Fafnirs. Okay, so a bunch of guys spawning in here again. Great thing with the Orochi, you can just kind of mess around and make them spawn here and just bounce out. At this point of the game, I really think that I should drop into like Fafnir, although I could have attacked that guy with like 300 meters distance. I kind of wanted to die here with the Bane Orochi, because I think it's like the game is halfway through, and at this point you have to kind of realize one team is going to mech, especially in a smaller map. You kind of have to anticipate them or us starting to mech. So I either had to kind of go for a beacon or just take a lot of them out and pressure them. Okay, and of course at this point I realized that they're meching before us, so this is a good sign. So what do you guys think about the Bane Orochi? I really think if you were to go with like one bot, it would be one meta bot, it would be the Bane Orochi. Of course the Fafnir is fun, and I think it could be it's Bane, not the Bane, Orochi and Fafnir has to be like the most fun bots in this meta. But a lot of people have like Fafnir Hawk, Fafnir counters, and yeah, so I think as time goes by, people will be more prepared to counter the Fafnir, because it's too like the damage output is, it can be crazy ridiculous. So a lot of players know that, and they want to, like, people are kind of really preparing. So, and Hell Orochi is another great option, I say. And like I said, they are mech, and luckily, I guess that's a good thing with having guys having mid-range on our team. They're less likely to mech if you have someone that like kind of directs enemy that are aggressive away to defending. Okay, 8.6 million damage, great. A lot of it was Orochi, and thank you guys for watching this. And if you like this video, like and subscribe. Couldn't decide whether to do Bane or Hell Orochi, but either one are great. Hell, of course, can really take out Fafnirs, but there are a lot of bots that you can target with Bane as well. So yeah, see you guys on the next video.